D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? And have I got a story for you? Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can read them for yourself, or you just watch this video where I'm going to read it to you. Also, before I get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we just keep getting shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right, so now that I got that nonsense out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started? This comes from Deadline, you guys, and it says Mason Thames. We're gonna say Thames and Nico Parker are set to star in Universal's How to Train Your Dragon live action adaptation, if I could speak. So this is a picture of them right here. And if you remember them, well, you know, I mentioned this in the article, so we'll get talking about this. But let me start reading this article. All right, so it says, Mason Thames and Nico Parker are set to star as Hiccup and Astrid in Universal's live-action adaptation of DreamWorks Animation's How to Train Your Dragon. Dean DeBlois is directing the pick, which is set to bow on March 14th, 2025. And if you remember, I did a video on this. You guys can check that out in the art card section. But basically, they're just doing How to Train Your Dragon, but in live action, which I don't know if that's the best decision, because the third one just, what was that, like 2019 when that came out? I'm all like, man, you guys are wasting no time just taking your animated movies and making them live action. And I have to be honest, do we need this? But we'll ask that some more in just a second. Let's finish this. All right. So the new pick will draw audiences deep into DreamWorks animation imaginative lore. Will it, though? I mean, it sounds like it's just going to be like a carbon copy, if you ask me. Working from a single narrative tapestry, the adventures of Hiccup and Toothless have captivated fans across 3 films that have grossed a combined $1.6 billion plus. It says, Thames is coming off his breakout role in Universal's The Black Phone. Very good movie, you guys. I should review that movie, but that movie was good and a little bit scary. There were parts when I was scared in that movie. But starring alongside Ethan Hawke. I was just about to mention him because I remember them mentioning that. I remember seeing Ethan Hawke's name. But Ethan Hawke did a great job in that movie. And if you have not seen The Black Phone, go watch it. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. All right. He sieged into the lead role in the Artist Road Spyglass feature Incoming. I haven't seen that. Directed by David and John Sharnan. The comedy follows 4 incoming freshmen as they navigate the terrors of adolescents at their first ever high school party. Thames next will be seen starring opposite Mel Gibson in Boys of Summer. He is represented by, and who cares? They always put who they're represented by. I mean, I like Deadline because they're very thorough with that kind of stuff, but at the same time, I just don't care, because I'm not going to call up WME and be like, hey, can I get Thames in my movie, you know? But I guess, you know, it's fine. It's like, whatever. Okay, so Parker, we'll talk about controversy in just a second. So Parker played Sarah Miller in season 1 of HBO's The Last of Us opposite Pedro Pascal. She next will be seen starring opposite Woody Harrelson and Laura Linney in Laura Chin's Suncoast, which will be released by Searchlight. Her acting debut came as the lead of Disney's Tim Burton-directed live-action adaptation of Dumbo, and she recently starred in HBO's The Third Day, opposite Jude Law and Naomi Harris. Parker is repped by a bunch of fun people. Now, the original How to Train Your Dragon in 2010 introduced fans to unlikely friendship of Hiccup, an adolescent Viking, and Toothless, a fearsome night fury dragon, followed by sequels in 2014 and 2019, as I said before. And based on the best-selling book series by Cassandra Cowell, the franchise has received 4 Oscar nominations. DeBlois also is writing, and Mark Platt producing for Mark Platt Productions alongside Adam Siegel, president of Mark Platt Productions. Okay, good times, good times. All right, let's talk about this now. Okay, so I just want to say real quick, Nico Parker. Now that they mentioned that she was in Dumbo, I totally remember her in Dumbo, but I mostly remember her in The Last of Us because that's been the most recent thing that she was in. And let me just tell you right now, she may have only been in the 2 episodes, the 1 episode. I think she was just like the 1 episode, but then they had memories of her, if I remember correctly, where they just showed flashes of her from that first episode. But I thought she did a great job in that that TV show. She stood out visually. She's visually stunning, and her mom, shoot, what is her mom's name? Ooh, I can't remember her mom's name, but she was in things like she was in that Solo movie, and then she was in Crash and Westworld, from what I can remember. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Sorry, you guys. But I do like her mom also. But she's very visually stunning. Like, she's a very beautiful girl. I think that she did a good job in The Last of Us acting wise. And from what I remember of Dumbo, the live action one, she did a good job there. I just don't remember that movie too much just because it's been so long. And as far as Mason Thames, The Black Phone was an excellent movie. So and he's also very good looking. So they picked 2 good looking people to be in a movie that people like. Well, How to Train Your Dragon. At least people like the animated movie. Now, as far as making How to Train Your Dragon, let's get to okay. So Nico Parker, she is mixed race. She's half black, and I know that people are going to freak out because they want a white blonde girl. And I totally get the argument either way. Me personally, though, I just don't care enough about How to Train Your Dragon to really freak out about it. I'm getting to the point where it's kind of getting annoying that they're going from making these animated movies into live action movies and almost instantly. Like I said, and this article said, they made How to Train Your Dragon, the last one, in 2019. And I just go, wow, that's not that long. Are we really hard up for ideas in Hollywood that we can't just move on and make another dragon movie? You can make a How to Train Your Dragon, but maybe don't use the same characters. Maybe follow another dragon or Viking tribe. Maybe follow a different dragon that meets a boy and they have fun or whatever, or don't. I don't know. I just think that maybe this is a little too fast, and maybe things like The Little Mermaid was a good indication that maybe people are sick and tired of seeing these live action remakes. Because it doesn't look like it's doing the best in terms of box office. Now, How to Train Your Dragon. I do like that trilogy. And the TV show. I didn't watch the whole TV show, the series. I only watched a handful of episodes, but what I've seen, I like. Especially the movies. I do think that it's a good series. I've enjoyed them. My kids enjoy them. It's got a good message and all that fun stuff. The animation is good. But like I said before, I just don't know if this is like the best idea in terms of live action movies goes. I mean, gosh, they're just I mean, what's next? I'm trying to think of an animated movie that they could turn into a live action movie, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But yeah, we'll see how this turns out. But for me personally, it's a controversy because I honestly just don't care enough about How to Train Your Dragon to care who they cast, but we'll see how it works out. You ever notice, can I just say also, you ever notice that when you have a white character, they automatically go to a black person? And I just go, you guys, there are some, Hispanic people that would like an opportunity to get a lead role, or some Asian people, or maybe pick someone from, India. They would like, a chance to get a lead role, so I always, and it's always like, it's a good portion of females that also get picked. And I just go, men would like some opportunities too. So it's just very weird. Hollywood's a weird place. Like, they're all like, we want this to represent the world we live in. And I'm all like, I don't know. You're not doing a very good job, in my opinion. I mean, I live in a predominantly Hispanic area. So if you did that, put like 2 white people and a bunch of Hispanic people, I mean, I'd be all like, oh, hey, it's my neighborhood. It wouldn't, and that wouldn't bother me. I'd just be like, that is the world I live in. But yeah. But yeah, that's just the thing. Like I said before, this is, for me personally, it's fine. I just don't care. But like I said before, I'm not like a huge How to Train Your Dragon stan, you know. So we'll see how this turns out. But good for Mason Thames and Nico Parker. Two good-looking people, and I mean, I'm pretty sure they're charming. I haven't seen any interviews with them or whatever. I'm pretty sure they're charming individuals, and we'll see how this turns out. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you feel about Mason Thames and Nico Parker getting the lead roles as Hiccup and Astrid in the live-action adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon? Do you think these are good choices? You know, do you like these two people? Do you not like these two people? You know what? Listen, in terms of their acting, I'm good with it because I like both the things that I've seen them in, or at least their acting wise. But I just, like I said before, I really don't think that we need this live action movie for this another live action movie for a movie we've seen. The last entry was only like 3 years ago, you guys. Come on, or 4 years ago. My math is off. Anyways, okay. You can go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know, I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week. You guys have a good week. Bye.